This is the video for warm-up number 8-6. First thing we're asked to do is to translate this triangle ABC. What we're going to do here, this is the coordinate rule, also known as the translation notation. We are going to be going to the right 3 and then moving down 2. So let's go ahead and start with C. So we're going to go right 3, 1, 2, 3, and then down 2. And we're going to label that C prime. B, we're going to go right 3, 1, 2, 3, down 2. And we will label that B prime. And for A, we're going to go right 3 and down 2, and we will label that A prime. We need to go ahead and get out our straight edge now and connect the vertices of our image. Remember that triangle ABC, since that is our original shape, that is called the pre-image. After we have performed the translation, we have triangle A prime, B prime, C prime, which is known as the image. Okay, for number 2, we're going to do the same thing. This time we're doing quadrilateral, W, X, Y, Z. And to translate, we have just X here. That means X plus 0, so we're not going to go right or left. It's just going to stay the same. And then Y minus 3 means we're going to go down 3 each time. Let's go ahead and start with Z here. We are going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and that will be our Z prime. Y, down 3, 1, 2, 3, Y prime, and then X, 1, 2, 3, X prime, and then W, 1, 2, 3. This will be our W prime. And once again, we want to get our straight edge and connect the vertices of our image. Okay, and there's quadrilateral W prime, X prime, Y prime, and Z prime. Okay, on our next one, we are given triangle MNN with the vertices. We want to find what the vertices for triangle M prime, N prime, and P prime are going to be given the coordinate rule there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and write out what we've been given. So with M, we have 6, negative 20, and we know that for our X value, we're going to add 8, and our Y value, we're going to add 5. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that down here. So I'm going to add 8 to my X value, and add 5 to my Y value. Add 8 to my X value, add 5 to my Y value, add 8 to my X value, and add 5 to my Y value. Then I have M prime, 6 plus 8 is 14. And negative 20 plus 5 is negative 15. There's M prime. N prime, 2 plus 8 is 10. 0 plus 5 is 5. There's our N prime. And for P prime, we have 4 plus 8, which is 12. And 3 plus 5, which is 8. And there's our P prime. Okay, we want to do that one more time. This time we have quadrilateral, and we have C, D, E, F. So to find C prime, I'm going to subtract 2 from the X value and add 10 to the Y value. So negative 3 minus 2 is a negative 5. Then we have 7 plus 10, which is 17. There's our C prime. D prime is going to be negative 6 minus 2, which is negative 8. 11 plus 10, which is 21. E prime, 0 minus 2 is negative 2. 9 plus 10 is 19. And F prime, we have negative 2 minus 2, which is negative 4. And 11 plus 10, which is 21. So there are the vertices for quadrilateral C prime, D prime, E prime, and F prime. Okay, number 5, we want to write the coordinate rule, the translation rule. Same thing, coordinate rule or translation rule. Depending on what textbook you read, we'll use those interchangeably. I want to know what happened to get from the pre-image to the image. And we're going to be writing this in translation notation. And translation notation is our X comma Y with the arrow. Want to know what happened to X and what happened to Y. Okay, so let's see what happened. So we went from A to A prime. So we go left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's count that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if that happens here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is x minus 6. We're subtracting 6 every time. To go down, we go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if that same thing here goes down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gets us there, yep. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is y minus 5. So every time I went left 6, down 5. Left 6, down 5. Left 6, down 5. And number 6, this time we're going from x to x prime again. And we're going to, first of all, set up what the coordinate rule should look like. So we have x comma y with our arrow, and then something's going to happen to x, and something's going to happen to y. Okay, well, we go from x to x prime. We don't go right or left at all. So actually there's nothing happened here. So we're just going to leave that as x. Same thing. We didn't go right or left. We just go straight up. So we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to white this out. And our rule is going to be x comma y plus 5. Okay, on number 5, find the distance between A prime, B prime, and C prime. So I want to find the distance between the pre-image and the image. So how far is it from A to A prime, from C to C prime, and B to B prime? Let's go ahead and use our Pythagorean theorem. We could use the distance formula as well. It doesn't matter which one you want to do. Okay, so I have my hypotenuse right here and my 2 legs. So I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and right 6. So to find the distance between A and A prime, I have 5 squared plus 6 squared equals C squared, which is 25 plus 36 equals C squared. That is 61 equals C squared. Take the square root of both sides. So the distance from A to A prime is the square root of 61 units. Okay, we would expect it to be the same because when you perform a translation, one of the rules is that when you perform a translation, the distance between the pre-image and the image is always the same. But we're going to go ahead now and look at our next one here, make sure. Let's go ahead, we're going to do B to B prime. So here's our hypotenuse. And on this one, we're going up 5. This leg is 5, this leg is 6. So again, we have from B to B prime, we have 5 squared plus 6 squared equals C squared. Now we've already done that math, so we don't need to do it again. So we know that the distance from B to B prime is the square root of 61 units. And let's just check our C to C prime and see if it's the same. So we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go right 6. So once again, I already see it's going to be 5 squared plus 6 squared equals C squared. I don't need to calculate that one more time. So the distance between C to C prime is the square root of 61 units.